This next book is another war story. It's called The Kindly Ones. I don't really know if I'm recommending this book. This was one of those books that when I finished it, I think my jaw was just hanging open like that. The whole book just really impacted me, really affected me. It's the reason I picked it up in the first place. I wanted to get into the minds of the Nazis, why they did what they did. What was their motivation? How did the depravity evolve? I really wanted to get into it, understand it, feel it, know it. In this book, wow, it accomplished that and so much more. There were times that I think I was just wincing, just hand over my eyes. I can't believe I'm reading this. This is just over the top. Wow. It's a massive book. I mean, it is ginormous. You have to love to read. You have to be madly in love with words to be able to complete this book. It is intellectual. It is so meticulously researched that you feel like that the main character in this story is sharing with you his day-to-day experiences. It's amazingly well done. I mean, look at these words. Just look at that. Every page for 1,000 pages. This is a monstrosity of a book. But it really connects you as a reader to the grotesque mental thinking, to the disconnect, to the depraved, even the insanity, the psychosis, and how a regular, ordinary person can slowly be twisted into a monster. So slowly that as a reader, you wonder if you're being twisted right along with your main character. It is utterly haunting. It is disturbing. It turned me inside out. And when I was finished with it, I couldn't decide if I liked the book, if I hated the book. I just know that it affected me. And there will be parts of this book that stay with me for the rest of my life. So I think that that's what brought me to be able to review it today, is that while I can't give you a black and white review that this is a great book, this is an awful book, but rather this is a book that will impact you if you read it. It will affect you. And I think that's what all great literature is about, is getting you to think, taking you to places you've never been. And this is a place you have never been. I promise, never been. It's awful. It's utterly disgusting at times. And yet, there you are, living it, breathing it, and somehow caring for this main character. Somehow. I was stunned by this book. It took my breath away.